Good morning, students. So, my name is Sabaris from EEE department. So, on the semester, third semester, என்ன lab இருக்குன்னா electronics laboratory EC8311 electronics laboratory. So, already have to study in theory subject electronic device and circuits. So, same likewise in practical EC8311 electronics laboratory. So, totally 11 experiments are there. So, the out of 11 experiments, first cycle 5 experiments, next cycle 5 experiments, and then one study of experiment. So first cycle, characteristics of semiconductor diode and Zener diode. So already you have to study it in first unit, PN junction diode and Zener diode. So this is your first experiment. Second, characteristics of NPN transistor under common emitter, common collector and common base configuration. This is your second experiment. Third one, characteristics of JFET, junction field effect transistor. Fourth one is characteristics of UJT, uni junction transistor. Fifth one, design and frequency response characteristics of CE amplifier. So this is the first cycle of experiment. So next cycle of experiment, characteristics of photodiode and phototransistor, design and testing of RC phase shift oscillator and LC oscillator, single phase half wave and full wave rectifier with the inductive and capacitive filter. So differential amplifier using field effect transistor. The last experiment is realization of passive filter. So these are all the list of experiments in your electronics laboratory. Okay. Next shall we start from first experiment. So the first experiment is characteristics of semiconductor diode. So already you have to study in this electronic device and circuits theory subject. So characteristics of semiconductor diode is known as PN junction diode. So in this PN junction diode there are two bias, one is forward bias, another one is reverse bias. So in this forward bias, so this is the circuit diagram of forward bias. So this one is RPS, regulated power supply. So regulated power supply. Next one is 1 kilo ohm resistor, and then ammeter. The ammeter range from 0 to 100 milliamps. That one is called as diode. Diode is anode and cathode. The number is IN4007, and then voltmeter. The voltmeter range is 0 to 1 volt. So this is your forward bias circuit diagram. So this is forward bias tabulation. Forward bias tabulation. So if your volt is increasing as well as current also increasing. So I am reading எடுக்கும்போது பார்ப்போம். So இது just one forward bias. Okay, let we do our start experiment. So this is regulated power supply 0 to 30 volt. So the power supply range from 0 to 30 volt. So this is voltmeter 0 to 1 volt. This is ammeter 0 to 100 milliamps. So this is breadboard. You all know about study about in circuit theory. This is ground and this is also ground. So this is connection, vertical connections only. Connection will circuit closed loop. So first of all, in the circuit diagram. So in this circuit diagram, the positive supply is connected to 1 kilo ohm resistor. The positive supply is connected to 1 kilo ohm resistor, and then in this negative 1 kilo ohm resistor is connected to ammeter in positive, ammeter negative to connected to the anode, and diode cathode will connected to the voltmeter positive, and voltmeter negative will connected to the cathode, and cathode will connected to the RPS supply, negative supply. So 0 to 30 volt RPS supply and 0 to 1 volt and then 0 to 100 milliamps. Okay, let me start our experiment. So initially 0.5 initially 0.5 voltage, the output will be 0. The next reading is 0.5 to the current will be 2. Next one 0.5456, the current will be 3. 0.6, the current will be 6. Next one 0. Straight எடுத்துலாமா 0.
அப்புறம் 2 4 கூட வரும், 2 அதிகமாகும், அப்புறம் 4 அதிகமாகும்.
Okay. Next one is